Hey everyone, FB here to bring you a cast of the ESL Competition Premiership 15 quarterfinal between eSports and MnM-Gaming. Before the match starts, let's take a look at how these two teams qualified to the playoffs. Last week, the last playday of the group stage took place, with none of the results having any importance. Nevertheless, we saw MnM-Gaming getting a walkover against All Authority. Planet Key Dynamics took down a not-so-trained Team Dignitas with a 6-0 score, and also the match between eSports and BX3 ended with a 6-0 score after BX3 also left a walkover. With those results, these were the final standings of the Premier League. Despite losing the last match, Team Dignitas were able to take first place by collecting 15 points in total. Planet Key Dynamics landed at 14 points and took second. eSports qualified to the playoffs for the second year in a row by collecting 9 points, and after a rocky start to the season, MnM-Gaming were also able to take 9 points and was the last team to qualify. Consequently, Team Dignitas have now been placed into the grand final, with Planet Key Dynamics waiting in the semi-final for their opponent, which will of course be either eSports or MnM-Gaming. Lastly, let's also take a look at the format for those who don't know. The matches are played in 4 sub-matches: 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3 and 5 vs 5. The first 2 sub-matches are worth 1 point each, while the other 2 are worth 2 points each. Every sub-match is played to 7 except the 2 vs 2, which is played to 5, and also tennis mode is in effect, and for the playoffs it's in effect for all the sub-matches. That means that if the score is 6-6 or 4-4 when it comes to the 2 vs 2, the team need to win with 2 points. Also, another last point here is that if the score is tied at the end, we will play another 5 vs 5 on the 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2 map. And that map will be the Real Mushroom, featuring Wally. You can take a look at it here. It's made by John and Wally. The world record is 51.712 by Chronos. And we are doing some warm-ups here. We will soon start the first sub-match. I think at least it will be the 1 vs 1. And we'll see who will play from each team. Big chance that Tween will be playing the 1 vs 1. He did it when these two teams played against each other in the group stage. He won it against Barbus with a 7-3 score. That match ended in favor of eSports though with 4-2. They won the 3 vs 3 and 5 vs 5 sub-matches, so they took it with a 4-2 score. But really close match, and I think this quarterfinal could also be very close between the two teams. Alright, so not sure when exactly this will start. We already are 7 minutes delayed, so hopefully it will start pretty soon. Looks like Onyo is missing for eSports, so that's that might be the reason why we haven't started yet, if he is playing the 1 vs 1. Or maybe not. Still a lot of players on the server, so hard to say who will play what. Of course, the 2 vs 2 played on the same map. Here is Kappa joining the server as well. See if he will be playing this first map. He's a very strong player. I guess in the meantime, as we are waiting for this quarterfinal to start, let's take a look at the top 30 online times. The Dedimania Tween is at top 3 with 51.84, Speed You Need is at top 13 with 0.95, Kappa is at top 20 with 52.02, Royal is at top 23 with 52.03, Kinj is at top 26 with 52.06, we also have Robin and Sheriff at top 29 and top 30 with 52.07. Yeah, so I'm not sure actually why we haven't started yet. There's not even a warm-up announcement in the chat, so just gonna ask when it starts. They are still discussing something here with the 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5. We might see the 3 versus 3 before the 5 versus 5, if I'm understanding it correctly. Alright, finally we get the warm-up announcement. 2 warm-ups, and then we'll start. I guess none of the teams are in a huge rush to start this quarterfinal. They want to get as much warm-up as possible. So, 2 warm-ups and then we'll start. And I believe the semi-final between one of these teams and Planet Key Dynamics will be played during the week, and then the grand final, where Team Dignitas await, will be played on the weekend, probably on Sunday. So they kind of squeezed in the semi-final match so that we will be playing on the same map pack during the whole playoffs. So the Real Mushroom, Le Risk and Lissaria will be the 3 maps played. And as we saw there, Tween getting the landing bug in the end, that is fairly common, especially in this track, with having to steer to the left before the jump as well, which makes it even worse. So I'm pretty sure we are going to see a couple of those once we go live. And this should be the final warm-up. Again, sorry about the delay, but I think we will soon start pretty soon here. And then we'll find out what the lineup will be for the 2 teams. I'm thinking Tween will be playing for MnM-Gaming, at least he did it in the group stage. Barbos did play the 1 versus 1 for eSports, and he is warming up right now. I think he's on the server at least, so it could be a repeat. Barbos versus Tween 2.0. We'll see. Could also be Speed You Need, who got the fastest time. But I think that's gonna be the end, so good luck, have fun to the teams. Again, this is the quarterfinal of the ESL Competition Premiership 15. eSports are taking on MnM-Gaming for a spot into the semi-final, where Planet Key Dynamics await, and then of course Team Dignitas advance directly to the grand final by taking first place in the group stage. And we see the good luck, have funs being written in the chat. And now we'll also see who will be playing the 1 versus 1. It's gonna be Barbos for eSports, and MnM-Gaming still got 3 players. So 2 of them will go into spec mode, hopefully. Yeah, so it's gonna be Tween and Barbos. This will be a repeat of the group stage 1 versus 1. Again, then Tween took it home with a score of 7-3. So let's see if Barbos can get his revenge, as we see Tween taking the lead through the first couple of turns. Barbos not too far behind though. Goes for a wider trajectory. Comes back nicely with good speed. Still just behind Tween. Good turn there from Barbos. And it's neck and neck. Tween exiting the turn with slightly more speed, back in the lead, but only with 0.03 of a second. That is basically nothing. Barbos could still come back from this. Tween keeping that first place as we are nearing the end of the first round. Barbos will have to risk this turn. He goes for it, but he will end up hitting the wall. Tween avoids the landing bug and will take the first point with a time of 52.39. I think it would be quite the upset here if Barbos did defeat Tween, who of course took second place in ESWC 3 years in a row and is always a huge threat in basically every tournament he plays in. We'll get a promising start though in the second round. Barbus in the lead with 1300s. See if he can tie up the score. Good turn there from Tween. Catching up rapidly. But Barbus keeping it together nicely here. Still in the lead. Oh, that's a great turn again from Tween. Did the same in the first round and he's back in the lead again. Could take a 2-point lead. Barbus will again have to focus on getting a nice finish. Oh, but then mistimes the turn, hits the wall. Tween can take it a bit safe. Once again a good landing and 52.28 this time. Takes the 2-point lead. So a great start from Tween. Setting some decent times. Barbus not playing that badly, but cannot afford those crashes in the end. So still without a good run. See if he can get it now as we start the third round of this 1 versus 1. This time Tween with a much better start. Barbus stumbling a bit on the border. Gonna cost him a few hundreds. Oh, and once again goes for that wider trajectory. Oh, and once again gets a slight bump from the border. Oh, but then Tween with a huge bump. Throws himself into the wall. Barbus goes up to first place and can take his first point. Tween may be going a bit too risky. Perhaps not knowing what kind of lead he had over Barbus, who's now approaching the ending. Tween not far behind, but Barbus able to stay in front. 52.87 takes his first point. And the score is 1-2. Alright, fourth round. Tween though with much faster times. Barbus still not with a clean run. And if he wants to defeat Tween, then he definitely needs to start setting better times. As you see, Tween with that better start. 1700s, 1800s now ahead of Barbus. See if he can get through this turn now. Yes, no problems for Tween. And if he continues to do this turn better, then he will extend his lead, but that is not the case. Instead, Barbus is catching up a bit. 800s ahead now, behind now. Oh, but then ends up crashing in the next turn. And Tween should get another easy point. Still no close rounds on this map. And to be honest, we haven't really seen that many close rounds in this season. I think the maps might be a bit more difficult than usual, because we often see these rounds where one of the players ends up crashing. Especially in the 1 versus 1. Of course, the pressure is a bit higher. And especially in a quarterfinal. But the score is now 1-3. Tween with that 2-point lead. Barbus cannot afford losing that many more rounds. Gets a good start. See what he can do. Tween once again with that better corner. Catches up, and now it's anyone's round to win. Barbus have not looked that good though in the end. So we'll see what he can do now. Tween takes the lead with a few hundreds. Barbus slowing down and then hits the same wall again. Barbus not able to get through these last couple of turns. Tween looking rock solid, takes another point. 52.14, fastest time so far. And now the score is 1-4. Starting to look a bit grim for Barbus. Say if you lose one more round here, then it's basically over. Especially since he hasn't been able to set the same amount of type of times as Tween. Just still haven't had a clean run, and Tween is at the same time consistently setting low 52 times. And here he comes again with good speed. Barbus though with that good turn stays in front, but Tween in the next turn up to first place again. Oh, and then I think Barbus might have made a small flub. He's 2800s behind now. does not look good for Barbos. Tween will have to make a mistake here in the end, which certainly is possible if he gets a landing bug, but he avoids it. And once again sets a good time, 52.23 this time. And now the score is 1-5, Tween 2 points away from winning the 1 versus 1. So if Tween wins the next one, he will reach the map point. Again, worth repeating here that tennis mode is in effect for all the sub-matches, so if Barbos is able to make the comeback and get it to a 6-6 score, then we would see tennis mode. Onyo now on the server, so he will be playing for eSports. That is definitely a great addition for them. Alright, again Barbos halfway through the lap is doing well, but then in the second half he's just not able to avoid those crashes, and Tween, simply driving more consistently, will now go up to map point at 1-6. Over 1 second ahead of Barbos, shouldn't be any problems. 52.49 by Tween. Very impressive, to be honest. He's only had 1 bad round so far. So he's looking on point. And now he got the map point as well. 1-6, here we go. Could be the final round. Barbos, well, he got nothing to lose. So he will try to set as fast of a time as possible, but so far his fastest time is only 52.87. And Tween has been setting faster times in every single round. But then Tween, with that mistake, goes way too much to the left and goes straight into the wall. So Barbos now getting that easy point. That's always nice. So we continue to have not so close rounds. Yeah, I think the closest one was like maybe 30 hundredths between 2 players after they both made some blunders. 52.71 that time by Barbos. That is his fastest time so far, but he's still far behind Tween's best, which is 52.14. So yeah, does not look good for Barbos. 2-6, Tween still with the match point, or the map point rather. See if you can pull it off this time. Great start. Takes the lead with 500. Good turn there from Barbos. Puts him just behind Tween, who now gets through this section. As they go down on the blue floor, up on the road again. Tween keeping the lead, but only with 200ths of a second. Barbos still in it, cannot afford to lose this round. Tween with slightly more speed over this mini stretch. Barbos will have to risk the ending. Can he pull it off? Here we go. Oh no! He will crash. And Tween with the landing bug, but still able to win it with a time of 52.71. So Tween takes the 1 versus 1. The score is 2-7. That's gonna give MnM-Gaming the lead with 0-1. There we go. So we will now move on to the next sub-match, which of course is the 2 versus 2. And that will be played on the same map. And it looks like Speed You Need and Onyo will be playing for eSports. Then for MnM-Gaming we got Sheriff, Kappa and Royal. One of them is not driving. And we'll have a couple of warm-up rounds before continuing the match. And this sub-match is also worth 2 points. Or 1 point, I mean. But it's played to 5 instead of 7, since draws are pretty common. 3 warm-ups and go, says Paxmauer, so shouldn't be too long before we start. We'll see how trained Onyo is. If he's trained, then he is definitely a threat. One of the best players in the world, I think, when he wants to be it. Only got a top 27 deady time though, 52.06. So may not be as trained as eSports would have wanted. Of course, they can still afford losing this sub-match and then win the next 2. That's exactly what happened in the group stage, in fact. MnM-Gaming, then known as Fun Team, took the 1 vs 1 and the 2 vs 2. Royal and Sharif defeated Paxmauer and Funstyle with a score of 5-2. So we'll see if Royal and Sharif will be playing again for MnM. For eSports though, it's gonna be a different lineup. Funstyle is warming up, so he may be driving again, but Paxmauer is not. It's gonna be either Speed You Need or Onyo, or perhaps Funstyle is not playing. Could be Onyo and Speed You Need instead. I think on paper that would make more sense. Alright, so one more warm-up, says Paxmauer. Sheriff with a very good time in the warm-up, so thinking that he will be playing. And since Royal and Sheriff did win that 2 vs 2 in the group stage, it does make sense if they are playing again. If it worked once, then may work again. And we still got 3 eSports players warming up. Onyo, Speed You Need and Funstyle. And actually we got Kappa playing here for MnM-Gaming as well, so it is possible that he will be playing. He is in the Daddy at top 20, which is better than Sharif. And also Royal, so I guess we could see Kappa playing. I think the teams are ready now, so we are continuing this quarterfinal between eSports and MnM-Gaming, who took the 1 vs 1. Tween defeated Barbus with a score of 2-7. It looks like it's gonna be Onyo and Speed You Need for eSports. And then for MnM-Gaming, I'm still not sure. Looks like it's gonna be Royal and Kappa. So not Sharif playing, and we are live into the first round, but Royal went into spec mode, I think. So we will have to restart. Yeah, not sure actually what happened there. I think they may have not decided their lineup or something, so Royal might have thought that he is not playing. Yeah, I think that is actually the case. Now Sharif is on the server, so we may see him playing with Kappa instead. So we'll have to have a couple of more warm-ups maybe. Okay, now we'll go live. So Royal is in fact not playing. It's gonna be Kappa and Sharif instead for MnM-Gaming. And they are playing against Onyo and Speed You Need. And now we are live into the first round of this 2 vs 2 sub-match. Again, we are playing to 5 now. Tennis mode is still in effect though. And what a... okay. Onyo retired, so we'll have to restart again. Alright, now it should be live. Sorry about all these delays. Alright, so first round following Kappa. Oh, Onyo wilt the bump and goes into the wall, but we see that Sheriff will drop down, so Onyo can go up to third place. And in the meantime we have a close battle for first place between Kappa and Speed Need. Right now this is a draw if Kappa takes first place. Will take the lead with 1800s. So nice couple of turns there from Kappa. Ooh, Speed Need went a bit too much to the left. Had to drive over the border, but did not get punished for that. Still keeping that second place. Onyo at third and Sheriff at fourth. Coming up to the ending. Looks like we will see a draw to start off this 2 versus 2. And we'll see if that is a sign for things to come. Could be a very long sub match. In the past we've seen extremely long 2 versus 2s. One that even went above 10 points. So we'll see if that's gonna happen now as we start the second round. Not the best start for Onyo again, but at least without any faults. Speed Need takes the lead ahead of Sheriff. Kappa now falling down to fourth place, but it's still a very close round. Oh, Sheriff nudges the wall, goes down to fourth place. Top 2 now for eSports, but here comes Kappa. Able to pass Onyo, perhaps. He's still at third place. But even if he goes up to second, this will be a blue point. Sheriff will have to pass Onyo to make it a draw. Coming up to the ending, Speedy Need still keeping that first place. Oh, but gets the landing bug! And Kappa defeats Onyo in the end, and we will see the draw. Once again a draw, and the score will stay the same. Yeah, this might take a while. Third round now. Oh, as Onyo gets the slowdown. Sometimes when you drive over the border like that, which you need to do in the first turn, you will get a slowdown. So Onyo will be behind with 5300s, and also Speed Need actually losing a bit of time here in the start. So Sheriff and Kappa can go up to first and second place. Let's see if they can keep it together and get the first point. Oh, great turn there from Speed Need. Went a lot to the left, even had his wheels up on the quarter pipe. Oh, and he catches up here. He's gonna pass Sheriff perhaps, but he will have to reach Kappa as well. Coming up to the jump again. Good speed from Speed Need. Might actually be able to pass Kappa here in the end. Oh, yes, he will! Amazing finish from Speed Need. Able to go more to the left in the end, so he reached the finish line quicker than Kappa, even though he didn't have as much speed. Great finish there from Speed Need, and we will see the third draw in a row. Oh, and now Speed Need will get that slowdown. So it's up to Onyo now to get the fourth draw in a row. Let's see if we can do it. Right now at second place, ahead of Sheriff, but behind Kappa. Good turn though from Onyo. Positions himself just behind Kappa. Oh, not the best turn. Will actually touch the wall, and he's down to fourth place. And this time we might see the first point happening. Kappa with a huge lead. 4900s ahead of Sheriff at second place, who is 2000s ahead of Speed Need. Unless something drastic happens here in the end, this should be a red point. And it will. 52.15 by Kappa and 0.65 by Sheriff. And we will finally see the first point. And it goes to MnM-Gaming. So 3 draws so far. I have a feeling we will see a couple of more before this one is over. Starting the next round. This time no slowdowns, but Onyo with the no drift, and then Speedy Need also dropping down. Once again, eSports dropping down, and Kappa and Sharif with a great opportunity now to take a 2-point lead. Should just drive as safe as possible. They have a massive lead, 60 hundredths ahead of Onyo and 1 second 46 hundredths ahead of Speedy Need. No need to take any risky trajectories. Sharif with the slowdown now. And that's gonna allow Onyo to pass him. He's still far ahead of Speedy Need though, so as long as Kappa can keep it together at first place, this should be a point for MnM. Kappa will take it, 52.62 ahead of Onyo, then Sharif and Speedy Need at 4th place. So it's a 2-point lead for MnM-Gaming. Looking to take a 2-point lead in the total score if they win this one. Not the best start here from Sharif. Will be behind. Oh, Speedy Need now with the no drift. And Onyo is alone together with Kappa and Sharif. Oh, and then Kappa with the landing bug. This could still go either way. Sharif and Onyo now fighting for first place. Great turn there from Sharif. Takes the lead with 800s. Kappa still ahead of Speedy Need. MnM-Gaming with the chance to take a 3-point lead. Oh, Onyo crashes. That's definitely gonna help MnM-Gaming, even though Kappa might not pass him. But Sharif will take first place. 52.31, solid time. And Kappa will stay in front of Speedy Need to make it another red point. Started off with 3 draws in a row, but then MnM-Gaming have won 3 rounds in a row. And they are only 2 points away from closing out the 2 versus 2. So this should be the 7th round. Oh, Onyo will crash in the start. Not what his team needed. It's not really his normal self, so I kind of question how trained he is on this track, because his steady is not that strong, and usually Onyo is at least in the top 10 if he is fully practiced, so not been able to help out that much in this sub-match. We'll see what Speedy Need can do here. Needs to catch up to Kappa. Is ahead of Sharif, but that is not enough. Coming up to the ending here, Kappa through the turn, Speedy Need hits the wall, and Sharif will go up to 2nd place. Onyo has also crashed, and it's map point now for MnM-Gaming. Kappa with a nice time, 52.18, ahead of Sharif with 3700s. I thought this would be way closer, to be honest, based on that start, but a bit too many mistakes here from Speedy Need and Onyo, especially in the start. A couple of no drifts. And they cannot afford that, especially not now. Needs to win to stay alive. Oh, but that's good for them. Kappa goes into the pole. Onyo with that no drift again. So he will go down to 3rd place. Speedy Need keeping 1st right now. But Sharif is not far behind. And if Sharif can pass him, this will of course be another draw. Good turn there from Sharif. Speedy Need may have a better angle here. Yes, he will exit the turn with slightly more speed than Sharif. Or maybe not. Sharif now back to 1st place. About to get the draw. Oh, that gets the landing bug, and Speedy Need takes it instead. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't like those jumps on these competitive tracks. They are just too random. So many landing bugs happening. So, eSports finally with their first point. 1-4 is the score. But they have a huge mountain to climb if they want to win this sub-match. Not impossible though, we've definitely seen comebacks before. And as long as Speedy Need and Onyo can drive a bit more consistently, I think they have a chance, but they cannot afford those kind of crashes. Speedy Need is down and he's gonna be far behind. Onyo though is at first place and looks like he's gonna have a solid lead as Kappa drops down. Sharif must have also made some kind of minor mistake. Oh, but then Onyo dropping down all of a sudden. And Sharif with much more speed. Onyo with the no drift again. And all of a sudden it's top 2 for MnM. About to win the 2 versus 2. Coming up to the final corner. Sharif takes first place. And Kappa will take second. Setting times of 53 seconds. But that was enough to defeat Speedy Need and Onyo. 1-5. And MnM-Gaming now in the lead with 2 points. But again, this did happen in the group stage as well. Trying to add the score. Okay, there we go. Yeah, as I said, this happened in the group stage as well, and actually the scores are very similar. In the group stage is what it was 7-3 on the 1 versus 1 and 5-2 on the 2 versus 2, and now it's 7-2 and 5-1. So it's very similar scores, and if it continues to be similar, then that means that eSports will come back and win the 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5. And if they do, then they will qualify to the semifinal. We will not see a decider 5 versus 5 anymore, since the score cannot be a draw. So it's going to be decided on these last 2 tracks. And the first one will be Lissaria, made by Coasters, and the world record is by Royal, 53.082. And that is actually a really good time, because if we look at the Deddy, we see that the second fastest time is 53.21. So a monster time here from Royal, and I'm definitely confident that he will be playing. And in fact, we see that Tween is at second and Sharif is at third. So if that is the lineup for MnM-Gaming, then they will have a great opportunity to actually win this match. I think that is their best lineup on paper, so I wouldn't be surprised if those players will be driving. Let's see who we got in the Deddy here for eSports. We see that Banana is at top 9, Onyo at top 11, Borbos at top 15, Passi at top 18, Funstyle at top 19, Robin at top 20. So they have a lot of options. And MnM-Gaming also got Kappa, Revi and Nevermind in the Deddy, but I think the top 3 players in the Deddy will be playing for MnM-Gaming. And again, if they win this sub-match, they will qualify to the semifinal. So yeah, I think they will have a good chance to close it out. You also see Beat joining the server. Beat is a very good player, but looks like he may not be needed here on the 3 versus 3. I don't think he was in Deddy, although let's just take a look here to be sure. Yeah, looks like he's not in the Deddy, so he may just have practiced the 5 versus 5. Okay, Sharif now writes in the chat, can we wait a bit for Kappa? So Kappa may actually be playing for MnM-Gaming. As we start another warm-up round. Yeah, it looks like we are currently waiting for Kappa to get back on the server. So I think he will actually be playing. Bit of a surprise, but Kappa is also a very good player though, so it's not like it's bad for MnM-Gaming if he is playing. Okay, his computer actually crashed, so that's why we are waiting for him. Hopefully it's not going to be a long wait. But if Kappa cannot play, then I think it's not a disaster for MnM-Gaming. They got a lot of options. Oh, are we playing the 5 versus 5 first? Yeah, looks like we are actually, so that makes a bit more sense then. I forgot that they discussed playing the 5 versus 5 first. So, okay. That means that we will see Kappa playing for sure. It looks like the lineup for eSports is already set in stone. It's gonna be Pasi, Banane, Onyo, Funstyle and Barbus. So no speed you need this time. Pasi though I think is a good addition for them. He did really good in the 1 versus 1s in the group stage. Took down Massa for example. I think also Banane is a very good player. Underrated, I think. Did pretty good in the group stage. Okay, Kappa is back on the server, so we will have a couple of warm-ups for him, and then we'll continue this quarterfinal between eSports and MnM-Gaming, who currently are in the lead after winning the 1 versus 1 and the 2 versus 2. So eSports will have to win this 3 versus 3 to force the 5 versus 5. Or, I mean, to win this 5 versus 5 to force the 3 versus 3. So we'll have 2 warm-ups for Kappa. And he will be replacing one of these MnM players. I think Tween, Sheriff and Royal will be playing for sure. Especially Royal, who got the world record. So I think either Nevermind or Revi will go into spec mode. And I get information here that Revi is not playing, so it's gonna be Kappa, Tween, Nevermind, Royal and Sheriff for MnM-Gaming. And again for EC we got Pasi, Banane, Onyo, Funstyle and Barbus. One more warm-up, says Paxmauer. And I have no reason to doubt him. And of course, as mentioned before, the winner will be facing Planet Key Dynamics in the semi-final. And the winner of that match will go up against Team Dignitas, who are waiting in the grand final. And those matches will be played next week on the same maps. I'm sure both those teams are spectating this match right now, just to try and study their opponents. Alright, final corner. And we should see the restart now. Paxmauer asking if his opponents are ready. Looks like they are, so we are starting this quarterfinal match of ESL Competition Premiership 15 between eSports and MnM-Gaming. The lineups will be for EC, Onyo, Pasi, Banane, Funstyle and Barbus. And for MnM we got Tween, Sheriff, Royal, Nevermind and Kappa. If MnM-Gaming wins this sub-match, they have qualified to the semi. So it's up to eSports to win it to get the last sub-match. Alright, here we go. Following Kappa into the first round. Tween who takes the lead. Oh, big landing bug there from Sheriff. Actually, I think he hit the edge. So a bit of a miscalculation there, and he will go down to 10th place. Can still continue driving though, so that is good for the red team. Means he can collect at least 1 point. It's Tween versus Onyo right now for first place. Kappa is at third, ahead of Royal, Funstyle and Banane. Nevermind has also dropped down, together with Barbos, it looks like. No, Pussy, who is at 9th place. I think this will be a red point in its current state. We'll see what will happen in the end though. Onyo right now in the lead, but he got 3 MnM-Gaming players behind him. Tween, Royal and Kappa just ahead of Banane coming up to the end. Oh! Tween missing the finish! Tween missing the finish and goes down to 6th place, and that will make it a blue point instead. Crucial mistake there from Tween. He could have afforded taking second, but he tried to defeat Onyo to take that first place. So it's gonna be eSports who take the first point. Oh, Onyo with a slow start. Might have been another no drift. We see that Nevermind will go down to last position. And at the top it's Pussy right now in the lead ahead of Royal and Tween. Kappa building up some speed. Will catch up to Banane and is up to 5th place. Looks like another red point, but we saw what happened in the end of the first round. Can definitely happen again. Right now though it's only Pussy who is up there for eSports as we are nearing the finish line again. Royal with a huge stumble in the uphill. Lots of players will pass him. Still looking good though for the red team. This time Tween stays at first place, 53.59. Defeats Pussy with 100 of a second. Kappa will take third. Oh, but it's gonna be a blue point. I thought for sure that was a red point, but Royal goes down all the way to 9th place. I didn't think he lost that many positions. 28-27 round score. The first round was 29-26, so this has been a very close start to this 5 versus 5 sub match. A bit unlucky though for MnM-Gaming. Looks like Funstyle got the landing bug. Oh, Pussy with a bad turn. Gonna go down in the rankings. Both Nevermind and Kappa will pass. We got Banane, Onyo and Barbos though, top 3 for easy. Tween able to pass Barbos, can go up to 3rd place. Oh, great speed there from Pussy. Up to 4th place I think all of a sudden. Could be another blue point. Easy feeling confident now. Let's take a look at the top. Onyo still keeping 1st place. Oh, Barbos losing a lot of positions here in the end, and that's gonna make the red point. I think that was completely decisive. Barbos falls down to 7th. And MnM-Gaming will get their first point. 25-30 this time, another close round. Putting the score at 2-1. That ending seems quite difficult, to be honest. It's not an easy turn to pass. Of course, the pressure is super high as well, so that's why we are seeing those mistakes. Onyo now with a terrible start. Sheriff goes down to last place. It's Tween at first, ahead of Pussy, Funstyle and Banane. Kappa and Royal not too far behind. Looking to pass Banane and Funstyle. Oh, not the best downhill from Pussy. Royal can go up to 2nd place now. Still anyone's round to win though, but right now a small advantage for MnM-Gaming. Royal with another bad uphill. Kappa can go up to 2nd place though, but with a bad last turn, Banane and Pussy is able to pass him, and it's gonna be a blue point. Wow, these rounds have been extremely close so far, and it's all decided in the end. 29-26 round score this time. Let's take a look at the team scores. We see that Tween is at first place with 35 points, ahead of Banane with 32, Onyo with 24, Kappa with 24, Pussy with 22, Royal with 19, Funstyle with 17, Nevermind with 17 as well, Barbos with 16, and Sheriff with 14. We see Kappa with a horrible landing, able to get back on his wheels though, so he can continue driving at least. But he is dead last with that. Here is Barbos at 9th place, pretty far behind as well. Sheriff has also fallen down. Lots of red players down, and this could be another blue point. eSports have not given up yet. Pussy though goes into the wall. Oh, and a bad downhill from Banana. Did not lose too much speed with it. Still keeping 4th place. Onyu at 1st. Tween at 2nd. FunStyle at 3rd. Should be a blue point. Let's see what happens in the end though. This time no crashes. And that is a convincing point for eSports. 4-1 now. They are definitely prepared on this track. Trying to get that last sub-match. Starting the 6th round. Following Banana, who is in the middle of the pack. Pussy and Royal at 1st and 2nd. Ooh, great turn there from Onyo. A lot of blue players again at the front. Look at this. Tween and Kappa 9th and 10th place. They are not that far behind though. We see that FunStyle will drop down. But it's still a blue point. Unless something happens here in the end. Royal trying to get that 1st place. But he got lots of blue players following him. Coming up to the last corner again. Let's see what will happen. I think that's gonna be a blue point. Close though, very, very close. FunStyle cannot finish! FunStyle cannot finish! Not able to turtle to the finish line. Is on his back and that's gonna make it a draw! Wow! That's gonna make it a draw. FunStyle not able to finish the round. And it will be a 27-27 round score. And it's 4-1. Wow, that is... oh, and then FunStyle will follow that with a huge crash in the start of the next round. And yeah, we'll see. That might affect him for the rest of the match, to be honest. Such a huge blunder there from FunStyle. Alright, let's see if MnM-Gaming can capitalize on that. One blue player down, but Banana and Onyo keeping 1st and 2nd place. That could make a huge difference. Borbos at 6th. I think he may have to pass 1 or 2 red players if this will be a blue point. Oh, never mind, with a good uphill passing Onyo coming up to the end. And Kappa losing a bit of ground. The Borbos may be able to pass him in the end. No, he will, but I think this will still be a red point though. FunStyle and Pussy at 9th and 10th. And MnM-Gaming will take their 2nd point. 2 points away from eSports. Still anyone's sub-match to win. Not the best landing from Kappa. Puts him at 10th place. Oh, okay. Managing to get a decent landing as well, at least. And he's going to pass Pussy. There's Barbus. Trying to build up as much speed as possible as he goes up on the platform. Tween currently in the lead. Oh, someone did drop down. It was Sheriff for MnM-Gaming. Still 3 red players at the top though. Tween, Nevermind and Royal. Trying to get this another point for MnM-Gaming. Nevermind losing a lot of positions, and also Royal. We'll see Borbos passing him. And that's gonna make it a blue point instead. Despite Tween setting a monster time of 53.38. Both Nevermind and Royal going down in the end. And it's 5-2 now for eSports, 2 points away from winning the 5 versus 5. Starting the 9th round. Oh, whoa, what's happening with Kappa? He's not driving for some reason. I have no idea why Kappa is slowing down here. Looked like he was waiting for Banana to catch up to him. Very, very strange. So he's gonna be down in the rankings. In the meantime, though, Royal with a huge lead. 1900s ahead of Onyo, but can he keep it together all the way to the end? He's had some trouble with that. Tween and Sharif goes up to 2nd and 3rd place. This should be a red point, but with this ending, I just can't say for sure. Look at this. Onyo and Barbos now all of a sudden up to 2nd and 3rd place. Tween is nowhere to be seen. Will this be another blue point? I don't know. Is Sheriff able to take that 2nd place? I think that should be enough. Banana and Pussy down to 9th and 10th. And that should make it 5-3. Still very, very close. Tween with 71 points, Onyo with 67. Those two players have been doing by far the best. Terrible start for Kappa again. Not driving good at all. Let's take a look at the team score. I think he's at last place. Yes, he is with 37 points. Kappa is not able to help out his team that much. And only Tween now remaining for MnM. Onyo, Pussy and Barbos surrounding him. And also Funstyle is at 5th place. So I think this will be a blue point, and that means map point for eSports. Coming up to the ending here, Onyo still keeping 1st place. 53.44, good time from Onyo. Tween taking 2nd ahead of Pussy, Barbos, Royal, Funstyle, Kappa, Sheriff, Banana and Nevermind. And it's 6-3 now. MnM-Gaming will have to win 3 rounds in a row to force the tennis mode. Otherwise, we will move on to the last sub-match, which will be the 3 versus 3. Again, we did see a different order, which kind of screwed up my brain a bit. I'm so used to saying the 3 versus 3 being played after the 2 versus 2, but now it's the 5 versus 5 and then the 3 versus 3. As we see Funstyle getting the landing bug, so that's good for MnM-Gaming. Royal though is not doing so well either. He's at 9th place, Sharif is at 8th. However, he's not too far behind the rest. Gets a good landing, able to overtake Barbos, perhaps. Tween dropping down in the rankings. Onyo looking good at the top again. Carrying his team, doing much better than in the 2 versus 2 sub-match. Will eSports close it out here? Oh, Barbos! Whoa, that was so risky by Barbos. Still keeping 3rd place, it looks like. Onyo will take another 1st place, and I think this will be a blue point. Pussy and Funstyle at 9th and 10th, but they still win it. Thanks to Onyo, Banana and Barbos being in the top 4. So eSports will take the 5 versus 5, will tally up the score at 2-2, and it's all going to be decided now on the 3 versus 3. Based on the Daddy, I was kind of thinking that MnM-Gaming would do much better, but eSports winning the 3 versus 3 or the 5 versus 5 just like they did in the group stage as well. And I think the score was no wait, the score was 7-4 that time, but eerily similar to the group stage match between these two teams. And again, eSports did win the last sub match in that match, so we'll see if history will repeat itself, or if MnM-Gaming can break it and advance to the semi-final. Alright, so I think Beat will now play for the first time for MnM-Gaming. I think he usually only plays like 1 sub-match these days, but maybe if he had played that 5 versus 5, that could have made all the difference. Anyways, so let's see the lineups here. It's gonna be Royal, Tween and Beat for MnM-Gaming. That is a very good lineup on paper. For eSports we got Speed Need, Funstyle and Banana. So no Onyo playing. See if that will make any difference. He did really well in the 5 versus 5. but may just not have practiced this track. Let's take a look at the Daddy. Beat is at... well, actually, let's take a look at the map first, like this. So we see that the map is called Le Risque. It's made by Tona and Sirs, and the world record is 101.798 by Beat. So Beat do have the world record here. And then we see that Tween is at top 2 with 101.82. Speed You Need is at top 5, 101.97. Royal at top 7, 102.02. We also got Paxmauer at top 14, Banana at top 22, and Sharif at top 27. So once again, very nice times by MnM-Gaming, but we have seen that that does not really matter that much. So we are currently doing a couple of warm-up rounds. Still no tennis mode. Perhaps we will see it now. So we'll have maybe 2 more warm-ups. Yes, Paxmauer confirms in the chat. Actually, Paxmauer now on the server. Seems like he replaced Funstyle, if I'm not mistaken. So Paxmauer is driving. And he is in the Daddy at top 14. So both Beat and Paxmauer playing for the first time in this match. The other players should be pretty warmed up, and that could make a difference. Like sometimes, I'd say it's definitely preferable if you have played maybe one sub match, so that you are warmed up. All right, so we'll have one more warm-up round. It's gonna be the last one of the match. And then we will start. To repeat the score, Tween won the 1 vs 1 with a score of 7-2. And then it was Royal and Sharif who defeated Onyo and Speed You Need in 2 vs 2 with a score of 1-5. And following that, eSports able to win the 5 vs 5 with a score of 7-3. Alright, that is the end of the warm-ups. Good luck, have fun. This is it. We will now find out who will be playing against Planet Key Dynamics in the upcoming semi-final. Will it be MnM-Gaming or eSports? If we base it on the group stage result, then eSports will take this. Royal did not... No, Tween did not play in the 3 vs 3 in the group stage though, and of course Tween is an awesome player who often, if not always, is in the top of the rankings, so we'll see what he can do as we go live into the first round, following Speed Need for eSports, who is able to take the lead. His teammates Banana and Paxmauer at the bottom though, will pass Tween. as they enter this blue floor. Up on the road again. Royal now in the lead, ahead of Beat at second place. Paxmauer dropping down to last place. Oh, and then Speed Need crashing. No, wait, never mind. He's at second place. His name tag was lagging a bit, confused me. He is still doing well at second place as we enter the stretch. Good speed by Speed Need goes up to first place. Paxmauer and Banane though at 5th and 6th place. And a great turn there from Tween, able to overtake Speed Need. Sharif not too far behind, neither is Royal. This should be a red point as we come up to the last corner. Speed Need trying to make a difference and take first place. Able to do that as well with a time of 102.28. But a great overall performance here from MnM-Gaming. Tween 102.29. Oh, Beat of course, not Sharif, with only 100 or so behind, and then Royal was not too far behind either. That's gonna make it a red point. And we are live into the second round. I think I said Sharif in the first round, but no, it's Beat of course that is playing for MnM-Gaming now, together with Tween and Royal. Much better start now for Tween. Just ahead of Speed Need. Beat, Paxmauer and Banane. Royal can go up to second place after a nice turn. So far this is looking pretty promising for the red team. Only Speed Need is able to keep up. And right now he's at third place. Only ahead of Beat. Last couple of corners now, unless Royal and Tween will flub it in the end. This will be a red point. And a 2.20 lead for MnM-Gaming. Wow, great times there. 102.09 and 0.13 by Royal and Tween. Sick performance. And yeah, I think eSports needs to dig deep here. They are not looking good at all after these first two rounds. Basically only Speed Need that is doing okay. Paxmauer and Banane are not really driving as well. We see them again at the bottom in the start of the next round. Banane 30 hundredths behind and Paxmauer 27 hundredths, and now Speedy Need goes down to 4th place. Top 3 for MnM-Gaming with Beat in the lead ahead of Royal. Tween will drop down though, allowing Paxmauer and Speedy Need to pass him, but it doesn't matter at this point if Beat and Royal can keep their positions. Banane is still at 6th place. Paxmauer trying to make something happen, but not able to build up as much speed. Instead, Tween goes up to 3rd place. This should be another red point ending. It's not too difficult. Royal will take it. 102.23, Beat 0.32 and Tween 0.40. It's an ace for MnM-Gaming. And they are quickly up to a 3-point lead against eSports. Royal with 15 points, Tween with 14, Speed You Need with 13, Beat with 12, Paxmauer with 5 and Banane only with 3 points so far. And their times, Banane got 0.63, Paxmauer 0.60. It's just not good enough if they want to win this sub-match. And it's another great start here for the red team. Royal in the lead ahead of Beat and Tween. The blue player is not too far behind though. Still in it, but just not what they need at all. But that's good though. We see that Beat will clip the wall. Tween also with a bad corner might still keep that 2nd place ahead of Speed Need and Banane. If so, this will be a red point. Royal is far ahead of everyone else, should take 1st place. Speed Need with a great last corner, able to take over that 2nd place, but it's still a red point. Banane had to pass as well, and he was not able to do so. 13-14 round score in favor of MnM-Gaming. We've now got a 4 1-0 lead. 3 points away from qualifying to the semi-final. And Banana has retired. Banana has retired. What happened to Banana in the start? I have no clue. So this should be an easy point for MnM-Gaming. Exactly what they wanted. And that is kind of a sign of defeat. Oh man. A huge fail there from Tween. Goes down in the pool, and now this could still be a blue point. Beto having first place, and then Royal is at third. And I think that will still make it a red point. I don't know what Tween was thinking there. But as it was, it didn't really make a difference. It's now 0-5 in favor of MnM-Gaming, 2 points away from qualifying to the semi-final. And to be honest, I don't see eSports coming back from this. Beat now hitting the checkpoint. See if Tween and Royal can still make this a red point, or if eSports will get their first point on the scoreboard. I guess that was another Tween moment. Tween keeping first place, Royal with good speed, but Speed Need and Banana still doing pretty well. Wow, great exit from Tween, extending his lead. Royal goes up to second place ahead of the 3 blue players. Oh, and Tween hitting the border, and then Royal hitting the last turn, or the last wall before the finish line, and instead it's gonna be an ace for eSports. Speed Need taking first ahead of Paxmauer and Banane. I think the focus may not be that high right now for MnM-Gaming. I think they know they got this in the bag. So just need 2 more rounds to close it out. Good start by Speed Need though, goes up to first place. Up on the platform, Paxmauer at last place, but still a close round. Oh, Tween clipping the wall now. This could actually be another blue point. Speed Need and Banane looking solid. First and second place. Royal gets the stumble again as he drove over the border. And yeah, I think we are going to see another blue point! And now Speed You Need getting the stumble instead is thrown into the wall. And that will convert it into a red point instead. Beat taking first and Royal at third place. 1-6 is match point for MnM-Gaming against eSports. Let's see if they can close it out in their first attempt. Following Royal, was a bit too wide in that corner. Is at fourth place. Speed Need with another good start. Often is at first place here. But then in the later part of the track, you will see red players passing him. That's been going on so far, at least. We see them all passing him now. Coming up to the stretch. Beat with a bump. So he's out of the picture. Looks like Banana and Paxmauer may actually pass him, but Tween and Royal still remain. and they are both ahead of Speed United right now, on their way to win this match and qualify to the semi-final. Here we go, one corner left for Tween and Royal, who goes a bit too wide. Speed United can't pass him, but it doesn't matter. Royal comes back as well and will take second place ahead of Tween, and that's gonna be it. MnM-Gaming will qualify to the semi-final, defeats eSports with a score of 2-4, winning the last sub-match with a score of 1-7. Let's just add the score here. There we go. So congrats to MnM-Gaming. They will now go up against Planet Key Dynamics in the semi-final. I'm not sure when this match will be played, but it will be played during the week. So it's not going to be that long of a wait. And then the grand final against Team Dignitas will be probably on Sunday. So that is the schedule. I will, of course, keep you guys updated once I know when the match will take place. So you can just check my Facebook or Twitter for that. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. So I'll be back in a couple of days with the semi-final Planet Key Dynamics versus MnM-Gaming. See ya then.